I thought we could talk today a little bit about technology and technology with your kids and what are you going to do in this world of like massive amounts of technology. This is definitely, disclaimer, a first world problem. Completely first world problem. Like Apple Watches, tablets, computers, the works, all of that. Like having that in the household and what to do. Because there are so many people who will tell you, like, oh my God, like, I can't even with parents and their kids, and I just see them in front of screens. And you're like, okay, horrible. Anyways, but it kind of is horrible because then you read about the articles about, kids who are antisocial, kids who can't, interact with other people, and, like, countries where the age that people get cell phones is like 5, and you're reading all these horrible stories. And it's totally true. There is an element of, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like you're unplugged from the humanity of your fellow man, right? Which is ironic because you're plugged into an artificial device, right? So, not funny, Vanessa. It's not funny. It's no laughing matter. It's our children we're talking about. Anyways, but no, it is true. I mean, how many more stories do we have to read about somebody who films somebody dying instead of calling 911? Do we want to be growing the spawn of that? No. You don't want to think that your kid is going to just like YouTube vid somebody like getting beaten up, right? Like, nobody wants that kid. You're like, I'm sorry, you didn't contact authorities? No, it was too cool. I need to do it for the likes, Like, no, nobody wants those kids, right? So, anyway, I'm sitting here thinking, like, oh my God, I don't want my kid being one of those kids, right? Says the mom who's got an Oculus in the house. Cool. Says the mom who has, like, 2 computers, all the Netflix, all the Hulu, right? And so I'm like, I'm in trouble here. But then I was thinking, I watched a lot of Sesame Street. I watched a lot of Star Trek growing up. Yes, Star Trek is where it's at, okay? Great morals, prime directive, I'm telling you. It's how you get fabulous humans like myself. Thank you. Jean-Luc Picard, I owe it to you. He's coming back, guys. Spoiler! Anyways, so back to the reality. I decided, when I thought long and hard, I decided, one, it's a lifestyle change, no mas binging shows on TV, because I don't want my kid thinking like, oh yeah, the TV's just on all the time. Isn't that like how it is? No, I don't want that. But using technology to advance your life or your knowledge, using technology to be current, right? Because I do want to make sure, like, say she wants a profession in a technological field. I mean, it's good for her to know what is on the cutting edge of whatever, right? Like virtual reality and artificial reality, they're just taking off, right? And they're not going anywhere. It's only going to get better. They're going to start using, all kinds of things for training programs. I mean, that's just where it's going. And there is a huge industry for that. And if she wanted to work for that, I would be thrilled. Not going to lie. I wouldn't be like, no. I think that's really impressive. So I was thinking, like, videos that instruct you on how to do things, like, oh, I really want to know how to bake this, or I want to know how to do this math problem, or I want to know what's behind this science concept, right? And using that as sort of some sort of research. Totally, because, like, I mean, the internet has replaced Encyclopedia Britannica, like, let's be honest. So when I was little and they were like, go to the library and look up technology under T, you know what I mean? Like, that's no longer a thing. Now it's like, oh, check your sources on Wikipedia, yeah, because, anyways. So, I mean, I can't, like, keep her from that, because then I would be a horrible parent where my kid would go, the internet? What is that magical place? And then what's going to happen? She's going to leave me and she's going to be like just watching all the horrible videos. Like, oh my God, this was all out here. She's going to be like Lilu in The Fifth Element, right? Realizing that man is no bueno. Like watching all the things like, oh my God, downloading all of that. Yeah, that would be what would happen, right? So while we will take her outside all the time, and we're going to take her outside, we're going to do all these fun experiences, there has to also be, like, there's no point in fighting it too much. Like, I don't need to be like, does it have a plug? Burn it. Like, no. But in order to, like, prevent her from being overexposed, you can't use that as an excuse, because that is a huge personal, like, struggle. When you want to veg out, you can't, but you want to, but you can't for your kids, right? I do it for you. Because if you get to that point where you're like, wow, I just really want to watch this show, and then you're like, well, my kid, it's like, if she's exposed, it's fine. Then you're doing it for personal gain, and you know it too. You know it in the back of your mind. You're like, it's really not the best, but like, I really want to see that episode of Game of Thrones. Anyway, but when it gets to that point, then it's like, it's a you problem, right? Then you have just yourself to blame, but it is really hard. So, like, I mean, you may not do it on the first go. You might get through, like, seasons 1, 2, and 3 of Game of Thrones before you, like, finally get it down. And nobody's perfect. And, no judgment, though, either, right? Like, my kid's only 1. Who knows? She might turn out to be a zombie in front of the TV. Like, I don't know. I don't actually have the answers. And this is not meant to, like, make fun of anybody else. It's just, these are my thoughts on the idea and what I'm trying to do, which is to basically give her a healthy dose so that she's not, like, some sort of, cave person that, like, has never seen screen. So somewhere in between there and, like, completely wired in. It's got the whole thing, like Fahrenheit 451 type of scenario. Yeah. All right. So anyways, I hope you had a good time. I have to go to work. Yeah, I make these videos for you between work and home. Hence why car. Yeah, it's my free time. Okay. Happy sharing with you. See you next time. Bye.